Hey, this video, as you can probably see, is going to be a little bit different since I'm on the winter Hanamura because it's gorgeous and I'm just sitting here on a rock. I wanted to talk about the recent news of the layoffs and everything going on and what it seems like means for someone, lower rank who doesn't rely on this game for money because I don't have enough anything to actually make money off my videos. But, I love this game, so I wanted to talk about it. And of course, it's not scripted, that's why you're gonna hear me pause and say, a lot. And I'm probably gonna be going all over the place because I'm not good at staying on one single track very well. But first thing is, the acquisition of Blizzard by Microsoft. Sorry, I didn't mean to get up because my cat jumped on my keyboard because of course she did. The acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft and the leaving of Bobby Kotick. That was celebration for everyone. And you know what? Is still something to celebrate. Bobby was the main reason why all that terrible stuff happened a couple years ago. And why Overwatch and all Blizzard games and Activision games took a big hit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try to summarize it as best I can without it getting... Like, it can't get demonetized. I don't make money, but it can, I think, get blocked or something. A lot of the men in the company... Now, mind you, this isn't the Overwatch dev team. This is not Team 4 that was caught up in all of this. But it was the company, so it still affected the Overwatch team. But the men... course, and much of the company would move their workload onto women in the company who weren't getting paid for it, and they would often end up harassing said women all the time, to the point that one of them didn't want to exist anymore, and therefore made sure she didn't. That's the main thing that really took and made all of this come out to the open. There's a lot more than that, and it had been going on for years. And that woman obviously was not the only victim, but she was the only one that we know of that took it that far. And it's a terrible thing to think and talk about because it's something that should have never happened. It should never come to that for anyone under any circumstances, especially because of a place of work. But it did, and it caused a lot of things to come to light about how that place was being run. And Bobby tried to deny all of it. He tried to say that that's not how it is here and, all that kind of stuff. He basically was enabling that type of behavior. And he was the one, and he often would, from the mouth of employees who used to work there themselves, or do work there now, he would take and give people jobs to do on projects and then randomly tell them, actually, never mind. Basically waste their time and energy and effort on things that we're never going to see because he said so, and not letting them work on things that they needed to work on. He at one point threatened to have someone who worked under him be deleted from Earth.exe, basically. He threatened to have someone, killed, whatever. I don't think it's gonna get on me that bad if I say they had someone killed. I think it's just the S word. But yeah, he threatened to have someone killed, and that came out, and there's just a lot of stuff that has been coming out since the initial issues that were going on up until even now still. And so even with the rough spot we're probably going to hit in the future, it's nowhere near as terrible as it is with if we would have kept Bobby in office. But now that Microsoft took over and everyone celebrated, which I thought, let's not celebrate too soon. And now we see why. They, if you haven't heard, have laid off 1,900 people from Activision Blizzard. And if you're wondering what that means, that is 8% of Activision Blizzard. And if you're wondering, oh, well, what does that mean for Overwatch? Half of the art team for Overwatch was laid off. So all the people that make the maps and make the skins and make our little souvenirs and everything like that, half of that team is just gone. Also, the creative director was laid off. The one who is in control of voice lines and character interactions. He's been laid off. And there's probably a lot more important people that have been laid off that we don't know of yet because they haven't come out and said, or they haven't quite figured it out. The Microsoft came out and said that not everyone has been informed they've been laid off yet. It's going to take a couple weeks because of time zones and, holidays and whatever. So there could be even more important people that are laid off as well. Which does not sound good at all. Because it's really not. Are we surprised that they did this? No. Because other companies have been doing it. During COVID, gaming got really big, and because everyone was at home, or a lot of people were at home. I was not one of those lucky people. But a lot of people were at home. They picked up gaming, so gaming companies needed more people to provide for the extreme influx that they saw in their numbers. But now people are back to work and all that kind of stuff. And so they don't see need for those people anymore. Which to me is dumb because Activision Blizzard made a profit. So after paying all their people and all the money gone for, paying everyone and working on everything for the year, $225 million in profit. So we all know damn well they had enough money to keep those people, they just didn't want to. But they were probably we kind of knew something, it couldn't all be good. It never can. It can never all be good news. And it doesn't bode well, in my opinion, for Season 9. There's a lot of changes coming Season 9. If you haven't heard all of them, I probably forget some. There's the new competitive system and how it's going to show your rank and whatnot, which, even if the matchmaking's terrible and everything else, at least they kind of, got it through their head that people wanted to see how they were doing as it was happening and not 5 or 15 games later. So that's good. But they're also making changes to the matchmaking, and they're changing damage and healing numbers, and they're adding in a smaller version of the healing support passive to everyone else. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple of other things that I can't remember. But with them having fired that many people, and we know that half of the art team for Overwatch got canned, we don't know how much of the balance team got canned, or how many people in leadership also got canned outside of just that one guy that we know about so far. So, what, baby? I don't know if you can hear him, but he's under my desk whining because he can. What, baby? But there's a lot of things we don't know yet, and it could very easily affect the game very heavily as well. With the way balance works, we were already having problems with the balance team and how they were balancing certain things. Well, now there might not even be that many of them, and they have to cover and control a whole new game, basically, because of how much they're changing about the game. That job could be on half of who it was before. So balance could be worse and could be slower, and we saw how bad that was before with really slow balancing. And I don't know how far ahead they've got planned for their battle passes and seasons when it comes to hero designs and mythics and maps. But after anything they've already had done, so stuff that was already done by the team before they got fired, could, I think I heard, go up to season 12. After that, there's no telling the hit that the game will take. We don't know how buggy characters may end up being, how buggy maps and game modes may end up being. My cat's losing his mind. We don't know what could come of what happened. Mostly because we don't know all of who's been fired. But one thing that I know a lot of people care about is the skins. Half the art team's been fired. So those are going to get worse after they've run out of skins that are already set and made. And, of course, my cats are losing their mind. That means mythics. Mythics are going to take a hit more than they already have. We had, 2 weapon designs and, 3 colors? It could very easily get worse than that, to the point where it's not even a mythic at this point. So that's something to be prepared for. The balance could very well end up being worse and slower, which is not a good thing. But that will affect us immediately. Because balance is done season by season. If there's an issue, it is done then. They can't say, oh, there's going to be an issue, let's make a balance patch for that 3 months in advance. Or, that's not possible. But that means that we will see the impact of these people being fired fairly quickly. If it was something that affected the balance team, we will know very fast. And when season 9 hits, with all these layoffs, it could do damage to this game. With the player base, it could very easily cause a lot of problems. But, of course, we don't know yet. I don't know. I figure if you're watching Overwatch YouTubers, you might be someone who keeps up with, the game and balance and all that kind of stuff. But there's always people who don't. And I just wanted to maybe kind of inform some people. Maybe you heard and don't quite know what it means. And it's going to impact everyone the same. Whether you play comp or not, whether you're top 500 or ultra, because that's coming next season. They're adding a new rank above GM, top 500. Whether you're ultra or you're bronze, you will feel the hit if the balanced team has been affected. Whether you play quick play, comp, mystery heroes, total mayhem, or whatever, you'll know that something has changed in the game massively, or in the company massively. Because firing that many people, and with half of them being on the art team of Overwatch specifically, God only knows what else is affected. And this isn't just going to affect Overwatch, obviously. There's plenty of other games. There's WoW, and then I don't know any other games by Blizzard off the top of my head. But it's going to affect all of their games. Some more obviously than others. Overwatch being one of them. Because Team 4 wasn't that big to begin with. So be aware, but try not to be too hard on the devs. Someone that I don't know was calling me. Okay. But don't be too hard on the devs. After Bobby left, there was reason to kind of be a little hard on the devs. Anything that would happen would be on the devs at that point, not on Bobby. They couldn't go back and blame, oh, well, he told us to do it. It would have just been on the devs. But now, we don't know how many devs are left for Team 4. And we don't know how much of that is management, how long the people who have been there have been there or gone, that, really know the game. So for a while, until we get numbers, until we can figure out what's actually going on, which shouldn't actually take that long. I'm recording this on the 26th of January, so there may be more information out before you even see this, because this is going to go up on the 30th. Don't go too hard on the devs, because especially when it comes to the art team, like, yes, we can demand better things from them, but don't go out and be like, oh, they're lazy, they're terrible at their job, blah blah blah, because there's not that many of them left. Half of that specific team is gone, and God only knows what else, because character interactions may get worse, because the lead over that is gone now. The CEO of Blizzard also left. Though he stepped down, he did not get fired. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming. Season 9, with what was already stated, and with the new layoffs, and things are going to change a lot within the next few seasons. We're going to see possibly the game take a big hit, unless they can replace those people. We're going to see a lot of changes, and possibly not for the best, not for the good of everything. But at the same time, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. This could, not affect the game all that much. Maybe the balance team wasn't touched, and balance won't really change. Maybe it's just the art team, but maybe they can replace some of those people, and things won't be as noticeable. Maybe the people that were replaced were the ones that were saying that they didn't want to make all the mythic skins, all crazy, or, something like that. I doubt anyone would be like that, but, maybe we won't feel or see the impact as much as we think we will. Because Activision Blizzard itself is a large company. Microsoft is an absolutely massive company. They're creating a monopoly at this point over the gaming industry. I doubt that they'll let the game go that terribly downhill like that. Not when this game makes so much money for them. But we don't know. Try to keep an open mind. be aware that some of the things that are happening aren't on the devs. There's a lot of people that are affected by this that are going to struggle now. Whether it's the people who got fired or it's the people who are still there. There's going to be a lot of struggling for them to keep up with what was going on before and try to make it as flawless and seamless between the two as they can. So I just wanted to get that out there for anyone who may not have known about what's going on, or maybe didn't understand what that could mean, or didn't know some of the details. That's basically it. So I guess that's it for me. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Save the World for a little bit because the new Venture season came out and I need to get working on that, mainly so I can get that in-game currency. But yeah, I have video. This will come out on the 30th, and then after that I think is the update for the Lunar New Year. I don't actually know if it is or not. Hopefully. Not quite sure. I don't actually know when that comes out. Am I gonna look it up? No. It's just gonna happen if it does. I tried to make videos up until then so that when that comes out I can make a video on it and then have all my videos from then on be for that update. But that may not happen. I don't know. But hopefully. And if you didn't know, for Lunar New Year, there's a new Mercy skin coming out. It's going to be gorgeous. Depending on how it looks in game and how the staff looks, may become my new main because she is pretty. Very pretty. Which is saying something because I don't usually like those colors together. Purple is my favorite color. And I don't usually like, I think it was green and like red and stuff. Her hair's green, by the way. And the snippet we saw of her hair was green. So that's interesting. That's new for her. Hopefully they come out with Dragoon as well. They've had that locked to where you couldn't buy it for a while, and that's getting on my nerves because I want it. I want it for my collection because it's the only skin I'm missing outside of pink and the Snow Angel because you can't. Alright, if you're wondering what just happened, I'm not gonna lie, my laptop died. If you're wondering, oh, your laptop? Yes, I play on a laptop because I'm poor. I say that, but this laptop was like $1,500. But at the same time, I had like a huge discount on it. So I only got it for like $1,200. So yes, I play on a laptop. Ooh boy. But yeah, it died. I came up and said, please plug in. And then I was like, alright, I'll be done with this before then. And then I was not done with this before then. I was almost done with it. But yeah. I think I was talking about the, whatever it's called, new season coming out and the Mercy skin. Hopefully I have enough money for that when it drops. I will somehow make enough money for it. Because I'm poor. But I will make enough money for it. Look at my girl. She's so gorgeous. We love her. But, yeah. My laptop died. But I didn't want to just be like, oh, I got cut off. Oops, that's the end. So I came back. Hello. But let's not go too hard on the devs. When the Lunar New Year comes out, they're bringing out Prop Hunt again, except it's going to be on Leong Tower. So that's going to be fun. A new map. That's going to be great. I'm excited for that. Because Prop Hunt was fun, in my opinion. I actually really liked it. So, if that's something you're interested in, then there you go. I'm sorry. I'm dying this morning, apparently. But, yeah. So, Prop Hunt's going to be coming out. Capture the Flag is coming back, which was never really something I was into all that much. Capture the Flag wasn't really much of anything for me, but that's going to be coming back out. New Mercy skin, and then I don't think there was much else that was shown in the trailer. There could have been, but that's all I remember personally. So if you have any grievances about all the stuff coming out, you just want to, you know, get your thoughts out, you can leave them in the comments. You know, we can have a discussion about everything that's going on, what we think may happen, leave our ideas or thoughts about it down there. If you like the video, give me a like. You know, I'm small, so as it doesn't do anything, I don't think. And if you like the video and think you might like me, I have gameplay videos. That's pretty much all I post, except for every now and then something like this. Go ahead and check some more out. And if you like those, why not subscribe? But I guess that's it for me for right now. I'll see you in my next videos, and then I'll see you again in this one on the 30th. So I hope you all have a nice rest of your month, and I hope you all enjoy Lunar New Year, because I know I will. It's got my girl Mercy getting another skin, and it's got Prop Hunt coming back. So